It all boils down to mentality because the Ghana boy now know or Apple Music, now engineering or what. So who need mentality now? He can work with you. The Nigerian or person boy Ghanaian now or person will get on the platform. Who need mentality now? It's not going to work with you. Who need that energy of going far now? Only when you're Juma. It's that simple. It's no music back, which is true. They focus on the women. Nigeria for no focus on the networking. Ain't you know the club near Kete Krana and Nipa 15 about the more than nice in the Krana. They want to get there and network with the DJs and the promoters.
So beginning this year, we decided to have this series of webinars where we meet with different creatives from like different disciplines. We've done photography. Last 2 weeks we did video, and then this week we decided to do something on music because we can see like African music all over the place with the Amapiano, Afrobeat, and the Sako days and the Burna Boys of our time is it's everywhere. So today I decided to bring 3 of the exciting people I know in music. So today we're discussing everything from Highlife, the history of it, how the Nigerians are taking over. Some of the things that is holding us as Ghanaians from making it to the level that the Nigerians are making it. So it's a 1 hour conversation, and let's get.
Today we have with us Jabonzi and Benjamin. Kejoli will be joining us very soon, and we're discussing music. All right, so I don't want to say too much about everyone. I would just want everyone to speak about themselves. So I think I'm going to start with Jabonzi. Bro, hey, what's up?
Charlie, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're doing great.
We're there inside. How's everybody doing? How are you?
Charlie, I'm doing great, bro.
Thank God.
Let's catch it.
I'm showing one side.
Boys.
We show one side. If you want to say right now, be Benjamin way the whole thing. So
you mean Benjamin Franklin, or
you know Benjamin already?
Nah, no, I don't know, but I'm yet to get.
Okay, sure. So I also met Benjamin. Benjamin came up with some brilliant animation idea, and we couldn't finish on that project, but we've been in touch. Wow. Jagonzi too. We've never met, but we've been working on projects from time to time.
Yeah, on and off. Yeah.
I met as an artist, Kr8tors. So we've been doing a couple of things. So guys, I think we are in the same space. We're just trying to connect everyone and have these kind of conversations and meet everyone so we can do more amazing stuff. Because I believe that if we meet like this, more amazing stuff can happen, and we can have more meaningful conversations. So Jawanzi, what you've been working on? Tell us about everything you've been doing with your company and your platform and all that.
Okay. Quick one. Yeah, so my name is Jagonzi. My name is Julian, but my entertainment name is Jagonzi. I'm actually the CEO of the Shutdown franchise and actually the co-founder of it. So basically, Shutdown is it's more like an entertainment franchise that we actually do shows, concerts, events. I'm actually in the Midwest. So yeah, basically we just we do parties. We find a way to connect everybody together under one roof. Like I said, it's also a franchise, so we have other partners involved. We have partners in Atlanta, some in the DMV area, and also Dallas. So we just would like to have fun, party, connect, make some money, and also just do what we do best. I've also been in the entertainment space for, let's say, about 10 years. Actually, done tours, shows. When it comes to, most of the artists that all of us know. So if I say the artists that we all know, I'm talking about Sack. I've done a show with a couple of promoters in Canada, Toronto, which was I think this was 2016. The recent artist that I worked with is our legend Kr8tors. We did a 6-day tour for him back, I think a couple of years ago, And he came back last year, since we just entered this year. So last year, around August and September. So we just, trying to connect, just find a way to put, our country on the map, just do the little that we can to, to just, make things better. So that's a little bit about me. If there's any questions to you guys can ask me as we go. But
yeah, Jamal, I think you cut the Kofori boys out. Like I think
okay. Well, Charlie,
stuff, and you're talking about the big money. So what you've been doing back home, like what you've been doing there with the boys?
Yeah, so back home to just like the way I have shut down here in the States, I have JIP in Ghana, which is Jagonzi Icons Production. Same thing. We do, parties there, but mostly in Ghana, it's just about, developing talent and also, giving, people out there that have talent the chance to do, So I have a record label called Speech Nation Records. As you know, I have an album called the New Chapter album, which is actually an album that I dedicated, to, everybody who, especially those in the entertainment industry, especially the promoters, because I wanted us to do something that is not just, about, the partying and, the events. I also wanted us to do something different so that people wouldn't think maybe I hear promoters, shows and events and we can actually go outside our box to do something. Yeah. And that was me actually coming out album, that featured 50 artists. Some of these artists are from, like you said, Kr8tors. We have a song on there called Passion, which features Kasiabo, who, he's from, Kr8tors. We have T-Rhymes, we have Tapolin, Longation, which are actually from the East, and we have, other artists as well, So the Kr8tors story, they be, we go fit talk out better, but that's where it started. I'm a Koftown boy. I'm actually an Eastern boy. I was raised, a little bit in Kr8tors, also in Suhum, and a little bit in Latte before I moved, to Accra, So the baby I'm sure baby is kind of be a tick of flower. Yeah.
Okay, bro. So I've been seeing all the amazing work you've been doing. So keep it up. We're looking for more of these things to happen. To connect more people and build a bigger platform for. And we also have Benjamin that he's just about to tell us about himself. He's a managing consultant and also an artist. So Benjamin, tell us about what you've been doing and what's been keeping you busy.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Manchi. So Jagonzi, I think I'll go a little bit in circles. So I think I'm interested when you mentioned Dallas, right? Because I'm in Dallas, Texas, and I think half of everything you said, almost everything you mentioned, one way or the other, I kind of know about it or work behind the scenes for these artists that came through. You mentioned Kr8tors, you mentioned Sarkodie. I remember one. So to begin with, I don't want us to mention names, but I'll get behind the scenes. Anyway, I'm Benjamin. I'm based in Dallas, Texas, like I said. I've been an artist manager, I would say maybe for close to about 10 years, but I've been working exclusively underground. Why am I doing that? When I started, I was able to sign up one of our guys in Ghana to, I'm sure we all know Kr8tors. At a point in time, we heard about Kr8tors. He came on. This was the producer for I Need to Go for PDD. I happened to sign one guy to the label, but then things went out of the way, and then I kind of put everything on the back. However, I manage a producer now because I thought that working with artists was a lot of headache. So me and Philip have been working for some time now. We have some hit songs in Ghana. I wouldn't want to mention names as of now, but we can check it out. When Stoneboy was coming up, actually Stoneboy and Adam, we have a song with them. Back in the days, that song went ahead to win some awards. But again, like Jagonzi, I've been also in the promoting world, doing a lot of things behind the scenes. I did promotions sometime in 2020 till now, and then family came in. So I've been exclusively working behind the scenes now, but then, pushing the support and doing everything we can for the Ghanaian community, like my guy said. So the goal is to ultimately put Ghana there on the map. We are trying to do the best we can to get us all together And I mean, it's not easy, but it's doable. Right now, what I'm currently working on now is an artist that she's United States based, Ghanaian born girl. I think she was in Ghana over for December. We had a couple of shows. We played Wendy show. We did um, Kwame MP show. We played Kevin Boy show. But she was born and raised here, but she's Ghanaian. So now, as it is now, we're working on an album coming up sometime in this year. Actually, two different projects. One for the mid-year, the other one for the end of the year. And it's all mostly it's going to be produced by Flip, the dude that I manage. So a little bit overall about me is I'm an artist manager I manage Flip as the manager, and I am the road manager for Akosia, the artist that I manage right here in Dallas, Texas. So that has been keeping me busy.
Oh, okay,
actually.
great.
The year just begun. We have some things lined up, some tours lined up that we're working on. Just like my man Jagonzi said, I'm also kind of working on bringing a few artists from Ghana just to support, working together. That way we can be able to put, these artists on the platform. I mean, Ghana we did, so we have to do what we have to do to help our nation move up.
Okay, bro. And that's the thing, like the African music is hot right now. Like this morning, I just saw a video from the BBC. They did a documentary on Highlife, and they're trying to, break it down and all that. And it's like, Afrobeat is all over the place. It's on fire right now, and that's the conversation right now. So what's it? What do you guys think? You guys been working with artists. You guys been working with like all these artists, all this. I'm just more of like someone that just consume music, and it drives most of the things that I do. But then I don't produce so much. I don't do so much of like music. So what's it? How did we get here? How is like Ghana and Nigeria all over the place? And I know you guys have been busy. I mean, like you guys in the state, moving things, making things happen on a global level is busy with all these calls and all that you're doing. But how did it happen? How did we just get here? Because it just looked like Burna Boy, Sarkodie, all these boys just popped up, boom, and they're taking over. What happened? What you guys have been doing behind the scenes that made these things happen for us? Because we're glad that all these things are happening on a global level. We have all these people showing up in like the Grammys and all these places. So what have you been doing in the background? And I think I'm going to start with Jagonzi. What you guys been doing? How did we get here? How's the scene like?
This is not going to be behind the scenes. I'm just messing around, but like you said, you sent me that BBC video. I haven't actually watched the full video or the whole video, but I watched a little bit of it. And like you said, how did we get? I feel like especially like what I watched, I feel like it's a good thing because what I also realized that in the past, Ghanaian artists or we Ghanaians in general, there's a lot of work that we've done, all these years, and we have no documentation for it. No, my fan, I'm the call. So when I saw the video that you actually sent, I was really happy because I'm like, okay, we're actually documenting our story. We're telling people, how Highlife started. The founders, those that actually played part in it from when it started, and from the old school, to the new school. The Ghana Niger thing is always going to be, something that we're always going to talk about. From the food that we eat, which is the jollof rice, to a man on to BBI and it's always going to be a talking point. Like I always say, the Nigerians are far ahead. Whatever that they are doing is not something that we can do or we haven't, done. If you look at our artists, from the Kwame Eugene to the Kiddies to, whoever that and you men are better boy, that, we can do even more and more. It's just, the push, the mindset, we just have to change a lot of stuff. We need to invest, more, especially with, we Ghanaians, I personally just feel like our industry is divided. We have to be, or we have to come together. Artists, we play shows here, and Benjamin knows, what I'm saying. At the end of the day, if each industry player in the game don't understand the fact that we all need to move together or eat together then Charlie. Nigeria funding in they will only nice one for the next 40 years. By the time we be doing the they work together, it's teamwork, they invest more, and we don't do the same thing. We can say, well, am I trying to say that Ghanaians don't invest? We do, but to what extent? To what extent? So like I said, we are here. We just have to just keep, pushing, applying more pressure. Behind the scenes, when it comes to the international market, that's why me and Benjamin, we are here. Because the Grammys and the BET, you can't always sit in Ghana and just be doing all the shows in Ghana. It has to be here. I just say, it's so asking to me in a year. And that's what, now this year, like Benjamin said, we just started this year. So, yeah, there's a lot of artists in the pipeline that we are trying to, work hand in hand with other partners to see so we can make things possible. Not just doing the events or the shows, but actually adding, more resources to actually do it better. So we can paint the picture properly, outside, here, Ghana, or, wherever it is. So for now, the Nigerians are on us. So
my guy, and then I don't mean to cut you in, but I think that everything you said was on point. But one thing I'm realizing from working closely with the producer over the years is that we don't invest a lot more in our products, because the way I'm hearing is for music to come out is I say in the kitchen, right? So once the kitchen is the food is prepared better in the kitchen now, so because and with investing in the production, kind of comes with how are you treating your producers? Because I took a lot of interest in that. Why? Because the producers are the ones that make the hits. The artist is just writing on the beat, not producing and creating. Nigerians don't play with their producers. I like how they hustle. I like their struggle. The togetherness now kind of 100% real. They support themselves 100%. But when it comes to quality of music that Ghanaians try to put out there now, it's lacking the final version. When it happens like that, the song just comes and then it disappears. So before we can even get to now, you watch all the big boys that are being on that level now, their song quality is of a different level as opposed to they're trying to struggle to come up. So what happens is we need to, again, I will say exercise mindset and a whole lot. That is where it begins from, knowing say you need to appreciate your producer, you need to appreciate the craft now, and then most importantly, just have believe in yourself, because without that now, you're behind the scenes, and then see baby. The other thing is the support now, when the support now in the fact that when any other country see they come together and make it work. But I say we have to force the people to come out. I say Ghanaians are always, we are always in a spot that I just say I am panical and I say it's a free ticket and send our back out. But these talents took a whole lot of time to develop their craft. And, paying to go and see a concert, you are not doing the artist a favor. I mean, yes, who are in the favor, but also it's for a personal enjoyment, because I can count on amount for people call Michael Jackson ne concert that we will see, and they can beat their chest and say, I saw Michael Jackson live in color. And say our artists being a penasem, both international and abroad, home and abroad, and I think the energy we put behind these artists now, it's not forthcoming. And also our critiques, critique is always on the negative side. Now, critique is not good. You have to critique, but always, critique with a solution, right? And I say, hey, trashy, and I say, whatever. And it's not good. It's not good. Yeah. Show it is there. And one thing, another also distinct point, and then they say, even though ANAS starts, we are, Ghanaians, we happen to be some of the founders, the founders of the music in West Africa, because even most part of the West Africans came, beat our music. Back in the days, VIP and Reggie Rockston were touring all over West Africa. And not any other part party was not there. What happened is Ghanaians, we forgot a lane, and then we try to walk in everybody else's lane. It's in the bandisana, you don't know exactly your worth. I say, oh, jumping out your way be, jumping out your way be. But okay, yeah, the hip life in the started here. We started with hip life. Sorry, call me back through. We started with hip life. Main case is still with hip life. We have high life, we have hip life. We could have perfected that and sold it to the world. But then no, Kr8tors by Afrobeat came in the picture. We just decided to say we want to jump right away into Afrobeat. We don't readily do a lot of studies and say jump into the market. I was here stay focused. Internet Black Sheriff because his music is unique and distinct. And this guy is going to reign for a while because it's very, very distinct to the core of Ghana. No? Ghanaians, we love ourselves. We are proud of ourselves. But then, it becomes a little hard to boast about each other because you're ferry, right? So, Obi say Black Sheriff. Everybody loves Black Sheriff. Why? Because the melodies from the melodies to the tones to the voice and the pattern and the style it's all Ghana. It speaks Ghana heavily, right? So Ghanaians can gravitate towards that guy. And yes, we have a long way to go. It's the mindset, it's the investment in our craft, and then being able to support one another. But I think Jagonzi are coming in already. So
there's a question I want to ask Jagonzi. Like you guys have had a bit exposure, like you've exposed yourself to the Ghanaian culture for a while. You lived in Suhum, you lived in Kr8tors, or you also lived in Accra, and now you're living in the state. Now you have different experiences of the culture. What makes it different? Why do you think the Nigerians are more like, how would I say it? More offensive. They're playing more offensive than Ghanaians. Ghanaians are always defensive, always trying to defend. All right. But then Nigerians are like, go, and they put in their all. I mean, Benjamin spoke about the quality of their music, the way they promote, the way they buy their own, the way they approach projects. I mean, how they approach everything, they move with more confidence. How do you see the difference? What do you think makes us tick like that?
Benjamin's also like, he said a lot about it, especially with, the production quality and everything. With Nigerians, I just feel like, say, with them, if an idea on more pair, they go for it. It's like they don't want to carry last at the end of the day. If this is it, this is it for them. With us, it's more like say, try, so the energy is different, is just totally different. I wish I could at least have 20% of the Nigerian blood inside me to add to mine. So say I'll be able to also understand them, from a different angle. But it's just, the kind of push. Theirs is just different. There's nothing really. If we're talking about, difference now, it's just, the zeal or the energy that they just want to put towards, their craft. Like I said, whatever that they are doing, it started from us. So, it's like so we were doing it. We've been there for a long time. Like I watched a couple of interviews. I kind of say TikTok said a lot, and during their time, the songs that they were releasing there, Nigerians, back home were just enjoying all of that. In the P Squares and it's from Ghana. So like I said in the beginning, almost far, nobody they just go wash it and just do it better. So I'm going to say
I mean, it's not the very first time we've done this. We've done this with Highlife. We've done this with Azonto. We even came back later with, I think, Al-Qaeda.
And even Azonto, even if you remember, Azonto P Square even did a song. And, they used that. I forgot the name of the song that they released. But something like that. They changed the dance and everything. And it actually became even bigger than the one that we even released. So I'm going to for original copy now. I don't remember the maybe I could edit it. So I don't really think there's too much of a difference. I just feel like it's just the energy towards their craft and how they want it. Like I said, I remember also this same BBC video that you sent me. There's actually one that they did on Netflix.
Netflix,
and
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
the Nigerians took the story and made it say like, a yomo. Just like we do the shows here, the Apollo Theater. So I they played Apollo Theater and failed the Apollo Theater, right? And this was 2016. What is here? Nobody really talked about it. Yes, we did talk about it, but like I said, to what extent? What is
Jagonzi, I'm glad you brought that.
Yeah, it wasn't documented properly. But guess what? Better Boy went there, and Better Boy went to go sell out the same place. But they said he's the first Afrobeat or the first, African artist to fill out, that place.
I remember that Apollo thing because now I was living in New Jersey back then, and nice. and Sarko DNA promoter now. Yes, Terry is actually my good friend. Last year now he didn't come on, and he brought the same point up, the same thing out. And so Sarko was the first person to fill Apollo Theater up. Yep. But the reason is Ghanaians we are quick to forget and then we don't readily support. So, and again to Jagonzi point and also I feel Ghana community in Ankasa within ourselves, there's so much fractions in us. Everybody want to do their little thing, which I give it to me a partner together and make it big. Because then I may be the guy, Terry, and then say, why I don't know why you be, cause and the big what back on. If everybody started breaking apart, right? We'll be a person call any day now you're big, not anything to so, which is good. I mean, we did that's why, but we can all be leaders, right? It will also be Constance Yuba, it will also be Phyllis Stage, and it will also be SA, So I think the Nigerians understand that pieces in the unity, say, my guy, your job is this, you for to do this only, and I say your job is that. One of my very good friends, I didn't make very good friend, but it's a friend, a Nigerian, or the big A-class artists all over the Africa, would say, and then he has some things going on now, and many needing common, right? Now, many didn't come on or catch them and say, go and talk to somebody else in my team. That is how it's supposed to work. But Ghana, we might try to fix whatever we want to fix right there. Even saying just because your business is not that straight and we would force and do it. But say everybody should play their individual roles. It be a old say in our way. So you handle that part only and only that part, take responsibility, shine there and make your name there. Now I think it's going to help because after Apollo Theater, they say, I would say almost most Ghanaian artists I just more collaborate, more boom. But a single person, half of the time they kind of struggle to fill places up. Let me mention a few names that they have a ball. I mean, I don't know much about Minnesota, but Dallas and say specifically there, they come and they struggle. They struggle because the Ghana foreign per se support it.
Bro, they struggle everywhere.
Everywhere, okay.
It doesn't even matter, like you said.
Okay.
Like you said, the last artist that we saw, I know say in New York, Kwame Eugene, but
How to be exactly.
10 of our top artists on the bill, and yes, Fire, but if you get where I'm coming from, they didn't really sell out. And these are like, we don't even need, if our homework was really, really done or is being done properly, we really don't need all these artists on the bill to actually sell that kind of venue. Kwame Eugene can do it. Kitty can do it. R2B's alone crack and sell, But then again, like I said, it just goes back to, the mindset. You brought Terry's name, which, is very, very good. As much as he did the Apollo Theater, it's not like, say, why can't he do it again? Me, I have a personal issue with him, even with this whole sack talk, because we were supposed to do it last year, but due to
I remember my guy told me about sack talk. I think I am booking what Dallas and say. And we started, and all of a sudden,
yeah, so like you said, Terry, like Ghana for I didn't say you see one artist manager. The artist manager is actually the road manager. He's the same person also doing the flyers. He's the same person doing the promoter. He's the same person being a promoter. Music video. So at the end of the day, one person. So there's no room to learn. And that's the same thing with the Terry situation where we are pulling on. What have we really done after that. It's not like saying people don't want to do and yes, maybe but the first one that you did that it became a success. How did you also treat the people that were involved when you did the first one? As I said, it's a whole lot of
Right.
Stories behind it. But at the end of the day, like you said, it doesn't matter which state they go to. Minnesota here, we don't really have a lot of Ghanaians here. But at the end of the day, we still find a way, to make it, happen. And I also feel like we promoters, that perception of maybe Ghana form back. Sometimes it also goes back to the product, which is the artist.
True.
What also putting out, because so yeah, my Ghana for if Ghanaians don't come to your shows, like you said, the Burna Boys like this.
Right.
I can also say if the Nigerians don't show up, you can say the Burna Boys shows are not going to fill up. Look at the Madison Square Garden.
However, Burna Boy is the quality and the style of music he's putting out there now.
Yes.
That's also for a top artist now. You can see that sounds lighter, right? Kr8tors saying, they want to.
Yes.
At the end of the day, because even this year, I try to reach out to a few people in different states, even Dallas and Amokra. When I bring any artist name from Ghana, my guy, don't waste your money. That's all I keep hearing. My guy, don't waste your money, because unless you want to do it and then do it, for like charity, but don't waste your money. Why? Because most of the promoters here, like I'm gonna have it right now. They are not thinking only Ghana, because of the so much disappointment in our Ghanaians now brought to them. Ghanaians don't show up. Ghanaians always like it free. They always want to get around some things, and promoters need to be now working and expanding themselves, connecting with other countries, say Nigeria, and I say Kenya, and I say Sudan, and I say whatever. Those other countries, they have love for their things. They have love for their people. Because Sudanese for one of my guys promotes, big time promoter has a Sudanese boy. I'll call them on a Saturday night, and see a bunch of Sudanese supporting their music. You'll be amazed. But your Ghana for you, man, unless it's a hit song, you're not gonna hear every Ghanaian go crazy about it, right? But the new news is equally good. Now you're gonna waste money, you're losing money. Meanwhile, Burna Boy and Sarkodie started way before Burna Boy. But Burna Boy you'll be very, very mobile for Ghanaians.
Yeah.
Even if not all the Shetawale crying or no so bragging all the time. He always struggles.
He struggles.
Yeah. So Americans, it all boils down to the music production, because and I don't mean to push Shetawale on the spot, but he needs to do a better job mastering his songs well. Man, I Shetawale beats that. My email beats my okay, right? The best thing, you want to master your song and put it out there, so better reach it back for the stems and get it done right. But yeah, you drop the song, which means the song is not mastered. Your boy, and you say your music is not as heavy as it is. And then Burna Boy, the vibes get into you. The job not gonna forever say, it begins on the drawing board right there. Like you say, you come back to the mindset.
It's so true, because everything you're saying is point back to like process. Admit like knowing the people in your process, what everybody's role is, because you can't skip the process and expect the same results. So as I said, so it's so true. I want to introduce K. K is also in Ghana. He's an artist manager and a road manager for an upcoming artist in Ghana, and he's been doing amazing work. He's been consistent, because all these things you're saying, it points back to like artists not being able to be consistent over time because they don't have like the right structures in place. But I see K doing amazing stuff. Putting people together and hosting all these programs that looks like it's forward looking. So K, tell us about what you've been doing with Jump Up and M-Boy and all the other things that you do.
All right. Yeah, good evening. Thanks for the opportunity once again to share my voice on this amazing webinar. And I've enjoyed the conversation from, I heard what Jagonzi and Benjamin was saying. It's I won't say any extra thing, like something new, because it's happening. Trust me. And one thing I've also realized about our industry is that the ability to learn, they are not willing to learn, because I've done my research. All we need in this industry is science, like data science, facts, information. Without data, you can't do anything. You see, the Nigerian people are moving here to promote their music, right? Because they've checked the analytics, they've checked the algorithms, and all see all those things, how things move here, and they know that they have a marketplace here in Ghana, here in Tanzania, here in Gambia, and all that. So you see them topping our iTunes, Apple Music. It's not magic. You've actually studied the market and like, okay, there are some loopholes here I can. How many of our artists go there to study the market over there, or no even know where their most listeners are coming from? Just I think last year I heard when she's saying that she has a big market in New Zealand or something like, or is that Dina? So they went there to promote their music. That's a serious artist moving where the product is selling and giving them to them more and more and more of that. But our industry lacks that education. They feel like, oh, as long as I'm an artist and I do this one, this one is. As a matter of fact, people see the music industry as luck, try your luck. How can you gamble with such a big business? Over there, when you're a musician, people don't joke with you. If you're a musician in the States, you're a big deal. People pay millions of money to come and watch you play. I know this for a fact because I've been running a live band business like over a period of years now, and I know for a fact that these big festivals even patronize this how do you call it, the live band, the instrumental. People don't even know them. They are nobody. Excuse me to say, they are not the Burna Boys. They are not the Shatawales. They are not the Camidos. They are just instrumentally who love to play, and people pay them to watch them on bigger stage festivals. So how much? Are you talking
about
Central Fee Band?
No, aside Central Fee, before Central Fee, on all these people, they've been doing the tour. Walasi stories as man bro. You see, before Central Fee is recent.
Yeah.
Central Fee is recent. Before Central Fee, Ghana bands have been touring and they get the money. So I don't know why people don't even invest in that side of the business. And they're actually like, oh, it's luck. I mean, when I do one or two, Black Sheriff didn't blow up because of luck. There's a machinery, an architecture backdoor working effectively to make sure the boy is out there. How many of our artists do that? They don't even know. If you ask them right now, hey, in Ghana, where do you think you have the most listeners from? They're like, oh, they're not even sure. They're not even sure. And these are some of the things Nigerians use as their advantage, and they'll always be ahead of us. As a matter of fact, they'll always be, they do research. Gone are the days, there are very, very big songs that were mixed by Kiwa. Nigerian big songs. Those days were mixed by Kiwa.
Wizkid engineer Posigi. Wizkid is always in Ghana.
Yes, Posigi takes his vocals, like he records his vocals before they send it out for mixing and mastering and all that. Why would Wizkid choose a Ghanaian producer? That means that they are Nigerian producers, they are not really big or they are not really better off us. But then, if they see your work ethics, how...
Yeah, that's fine. So before you go, he mentioned something about architecture and all that. So what are some of the architecture you have in place or the processes you have at the back end that make sure like you'll be able to spit out like consistent work over this period? Because I can see that you're doing a lot of work, but then, I mean, what's some of the generic, processes, something that you can share with everyone or...
Yeah, I think K can something say analytics, data and analytics is at your fingertips, right? And these people, Nigerians, they are making very good use of it, and it's not hard to get. So who post on a platform, they provide you with those analytics. You see it. If you review it on a weekly basis, which region of the world patronizes your product a lot. It's who say maybe I need to serve these people more of that. Now in this place, they are not getting of what I need. So how do I get there? One Nigerian guy is an A&R, right? Last time he didn't come, I was surprised. I catch him and said, Baba, say that they play my music for Ghana, and they promote my song for Ghana. And I looked at him like, really? So these are people that, like Kay said, they steady, they know where the market is, and they steady keep hitting there. Because the more almost hitting the spot, now it's getting bigger and bigger, because then it'll be too quiet from New Zealand or call great bits and I'll try to be when the shading be able to show analytics there. You use Spotify and Apple Music in the corner. You can even track the analytics and know which songs you should listen to.
Yeah.
Exactly. It will say that is what we are lacking. Well, and there's other architecture. I don't know. So the Nigerians are more plugged behind the scenes. They are working together. So they have people working, Audio Mac, Apple, Spotify, all these things. Maybe I can say, me IT field kakra, and I keep saying, say, computer, when you're smarter than computer, you program the computer. The other cancer computer, and never. It will be nice to manipulate all the data for you, not manipulate in a bad way. Because I think say Buju Koye been a backfire Oxley, that's a Buju, one of them went to manipulate it in a backfire. But you consistently follow the data now. I think they don't add up a lot, but you cannot to me, I will say BBI, say I will say super pepe. If your song is shitty, now who blow it up there, then the whole world knows what's going on. But don't you mean a dope? And internet make us it all boils down from the production room, no. Say content about the quality a bit tone and you just keep studying the the analytics and the data and yeah. So thankfully, there were Ghanaians in such places like that. We just need to find them, we just need to work with them. But half of the time, most of these guys with the Ghanaian attitude and mentality, it's only they want to see how serious you are before they can push everything they have to be able to work with you. So architecture is a word of mouth, networking, like you can't stop. Music, I say from the more you find it, the higher it gets, right? But you need to find it and find it smart. Kwame Eugene journey at the end of.
Yeah, and with the data that I kind of say K was talking about, I'll just add something little about to it. The Nigerians just move with a plan. With the data stuff like this are okay. At the end of the day, you have to know, where to promote the music depending on what you already put out there. Whatever can I say? Let's use Kidi as an example, right? One of his songs, it was actually in India, right? And it was really promoted hugely over there.
Mm-hmm.
And the main reason why he actually went to India to go shoot a music video and actually, push that song was just because of the data that he was getting. At the end of the day, he knew and he saw, said there's a lot of streams that is coming from India. So he took advantage of that, went there, featured a couple of artists there and did a couple of music videos there. Whatever can I say? So it goes back to data. And like Benjamin was saying, there's a lot of ways to network. And one thing too with Nigerians, let's say they have a lot of people on the ground. What I say, before they're going to do a tour, before they're going to put all these dates together, every state they have a rep over there. Once we're Ghana for managers, a twackers here, I'm running a twackers here, the other bar hotels no more them, but when Ghanaian artists actually come in, how many times do they connect with DJs, right? How many of them actually connect with producers here?
I was telling them this thing some time ago. One of my boys or manage a few of these A-B class artists. And I said, "Monya big yet, right? Mobile network in the clubs. African music is played almost everywhere.
Yep.
Say even say hosting can be hostia. Let them put your face on the flyer. Say who hosty. A bit member section, maybe a 1 bottle, 2 bottles. You and your people come network. If a bon you network with the DJs. It goes with your Canada is true, but gentlemen, I want to connect with you guys.
So how do we before you jump out? I mean, you have the experience, but how do we make it actionable?
I think they're going to say it all mentality. It all begins here, right? It all begins we know we want to win. It's a win mentality. We know we want to succeed. We want to go far. There's a saying if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together, right? It's you have to say go fast and you have to say go far. That's a question right there. It all boils down to mentality because the Ghana boy now or Apple Music now engineering or what. So who need mentality now? He can work with you. The Nigerian or person boy Ghanaian now or person will get on the platform now. Who need mentality now? He's not going to work with you. Who need that energy of going far now? Only when you're Juma. It's that simple. It's which is true. They focus on the women. Nigeria want to focus on the networking. Say club near Kete Krana and Nipa 15 about the night and the they want to get there and network with the DJs and the promoters because and you promoters need DJs in the man and that is what we keep forgetting. We keep saying the to Apple Music need streaming and that is all. Somebody need to play. Now I have a DJ here or almost every big American artist that comes to Dallas, he plays it 240 on the dash. That's his name. This guy keep posting on his page. DJs get tired of playing the same music over and over again. Send us fresh music, but network professionally, right? Send the music and tell me, say, this is what I have. And I say, pull up on him in the club. Hennessy bottle, $30, right? Shenensa, Manus, MP3, whatever. Tell me what you think. And I say, play this shit for me. They will play it. It's no brainer. On the box, simple. So, I say, it all begins from here.
I think I agree with what Benjamin is saying, because earlier this year I was telling my folks, the whole team, our PR, our marketers, every member of the team, I was telling them that this year our main aim or our projection is to invest in relationships, because I've realized that you might never know who knows Akon. You might never know who knows somebody working at Sony Music. So we have to invest in relationship, do research. Which are the people or the guys who are going to project our music? Which people can share our stuff on their platforms? Which people work at TikTok? So it's more of like getting the right people, the people who are going to help us shoot our music or our product to the world. So we have to invest in relationship. Do you know what I'm saying? So you see Nigerian people doing that in a nice way, and the Ghanaian people feel, they are coming to just show off. And it's not like that. You're saying, how much is a bottle of Hennessy? How much is a bottle of Hennessy? Given to a DJ who's going to play a song. And after that, it goes beyond. Let me give you a typical example. Davido, Wizkid, all these big guys, when they travel to America, US, America, London, and all those places, when they're coming back, they've seen maybe a new keyboard or a new software, a new type of digital workshop that can help the producer. They will buy for their producer. They don't wait for the producer to ask, when you're coming, buy me this.
Like I said, it goes back to, the mindset, right? And how big and how great you want it to be. Because, example, let's use Stonebwoy, right? Where is he right now? He's in Los Angeles at the Grammys. Networking, connections. But with Ghanaians, we always have that perception. They say, what you see. But imagine the pictures that we saw with, Stonebwoy, with with DJ Khaled and all these, kind of big stars here. These pictures are everywhere. Networking, what you see. And for us, like I said, we just like to relax at the end of the day. And they know, what they want. And it's just like, look at the DJs back home. Everybody's playing Nigerian music in the clubs, and we are angry. But Charlie, Nigerians will actually go to the club and give the DJs
and pay the DJs,
to play. But if you're a DJ, now this is how I they chop or how I go chop. Where somebody can wait talk say, Charlie, give me one. I they give you one key. Play Better Boy or play the video or play Diamond. Song throughout the night. You go talk say you no go take. You take it.
I will collect. But the thing is,
the people that are even in there that are artists are not even supporting. Like I remember when I was doing my album, right? Let me give you an example. When I was doing my album, I faced a lot of challenges. All these artists that we are talking about, any artists I've not played. I've played almost all of them, right? But even the DJs that were even part of the project that we're promoting, getting just a jingle, right? Just getting a jingle from these artists, Charlie, it's a whole head problem. A problem. A jingle about cool, you have to message about 5 managers before you get a single jingle. What you see, so we have to move together. At the end of the day, and funny enough, this artist may come a story. Benjamin already knows a little bit about it because he's in Dallas. It's the industry here in the States is not as big as the one we have in Ghana. So whatever it is, we'll be trying. Anya, somebody, in the circle. So it's just the mindset. We just have to, push and connect. Like you said, this year, if it's about investing in relationships, then do it. And investing in relationships is not just about just paying or just giving money or just sometimes traveling, quality traveling, even with the sound and with the production. Quality is very, 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 very important. Because sometimes you can listen to Better Boy song and like, Charlie, what is the crowd these guys? It not be anything changing.
It not be anything.
Quality, the quality behind it, it's different.
So there's so much talent here, But as you're saying, like we don't have platforms that connect us. So this is one thing that I've been passionate about, trying to bring everybody together. I mean, like, so I believe that, like, as we're saying, if we have platforms like this, that we keep connecting each other, because I mean, with Jagonzi and Benjamin, never knew that you're actually in the same state, right? But you guys been working on the same things.
We are in different states. We are in different states, but you know, I'm in Dallas most of the time, so
Sure.
you know, so yeah, we also find a way to, you know, we're actually going to connect after this, and you know, like I said, that's the only way we grow, right? So, not connecting, just say yes. So,
and also one thing I want to add up, and they say yeah, radio stations, you know, MY in a sense, which I don't blame them, because I don't know, say artists want to promote their project now. Any DJ also could too, and I also tear the whole radio station. No? But the DJs are also not helping. And who could be said DJs and so almost say artists is not helping, because will be a shame. So it happens like that. It look like we don't know what we want to do. So it all boils down to changing your mindset of we want to win together. I say DJ I mean DJs PR on make us open some boy make us na me ben why, because my boy always and my friend is on my interview no more flexible. Well, it shouldn't be like that, but sadly, you know, that is how it is. We are saying, no, that is the same way, right? Everywhere, you know. I think that Jagonzi and K and Kr8tors, I appreciate the platform. What I'll do is I'll connect with you guys, or our friends on Instagram now. We can take it from there, Jagonzi especially, because I think Minnesota.
Before you leave, drop your social media. Drop your social media channels so people can connect with you. You can also leave it in the comments so people can
comment. Okay. Oh, so it's Benjamin's. I mean, texting what I say. Hopefully, it's the same on every platform. It's very easy, and yet a black. It's going to be a black background with a gold inscription. So I think it was a pleasure connecting, and I enjoyed the conversation. I always say you've been more time now. Yeah, that's a whole lot. But hopefully, the industry players and the industry people know. But say, someone will say it all begins here. Yes, it's a mindset, and yes, I am quite sure.
Sure. I mean, interesting. That's interesting to know. I mean, I see we all over the place on the internet. Everywhere I look, it's us. So I look forward to we being able to sustain that and have this kind of meaningful conversations and build, I mean, connections and plugs behind the scene that can actually not just make content and dance on the internet, but be able to like funnel all these resources down into something tangible that, you know, we can make the monies out of. Because the Nigerians have the whole ecosystem. It's not just they making the music, but they have a whole ecosystem that makes it work. So I believe that this is a start of something great. Having these kind of conversations open doors and, I mean, make new connections. And that's the goal that we have here at Kr8tors. So I thank everybody that joined us. It's been an amazing conversation. We're already 6 minutes late. I want to go off now. So this video will be
Thanks for having me, guys. Thanks for having me.